So Mercury will be in retrograde 2 days from now. So let's talk about it. I said Mercury will be in retrograde 2 days from now on the 26th, and it is going to go retrograde in the sign of Leo. So in my previous retrograde video, I talked about what retrograde is, so I think I'm going to do that again here. A planet is retrograde when it seems to, as it's moving across the night sky in its direction, it seems to move backwards. And then when it's done with retrograde, it picks back up and keeps going. This is because of the difference in orbital speed between our planet and the other planets and when they kind of pass each other, that's when you get this retrograde action. And what retrogrades are usually all about, the big theme is going inward and just kind of taking what those planets express and what their energies are for you externally and going inward with them. So I wrote up some notes, so let's kind of go over what Mercury retrograde is here. Like I said, let's see. Yep. So during a Mercury retrograde, you shouldn't be starting any projects, and you should wrap up projects like beforehand. So Mercury retrograde, because Mercury rules communication, commerce, travel, even like electronic commerce, travel by foot, by car, by plane, all that stuff, and even just the communication of ideas and things. You should try to wrap all those things up before retrogrades happen, because those kinds of the Mercury retrograde energies can kind of mess those things up and make communication between you and another person kind of difficult. And so what you want to do is kind of take a step back and review things and not start anything new. Maybe review some old stuff. Let's see. Yep, it requires you to go inward. Yep. So during Mercury retrograde, you got to be flexible, because like flub ups with communication and travel will happen. Oh, that email didn't make it. Oh, the check I mailed is late. My computer is giving me hiccups. Or oh, hey, my car got a flat tire. Stuff like that. So keep your energies focused on home life and toward and inward during retrogrades. So, like I said, some people blame computer difficulties, travel difficulties, commerce problems during retrogrades on the backwards energy of the planet, because it's moving backwards. And that's not one thing. When I took an astrology course, is don't own your planets and don't constantly blame things like, oh, it's the stars again. Just kind of take that energy as like an influence, and then you might have to work harder and review things more. Like spell check things, proof things, make sure all of your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed, things like that. Yep. So Mercury will be retrograde in Leo from July 26th until August 19th. I think that Mercury retrogrades are usually the shortest compared to other planets. Yep. So because of the energies with Leo, your communications might be impulsive. When you're talking with somebody, you might just want to blurt stuff out. So try to slow down a little bit, review things inward in your head a bit more. Try to avoid being the center of attention or being like a know-it-all, those kinds of things when you're communicating with others. Really try to stay open to everyone else's ideas. Like I said, because this inward the energy is more inward, you're going to think you know it all in your head, and when you speak it, other people are going to get it. May be difficult for others to hear your side of things. See what I'm talking about? Once again, time to review things and sort of keep things to yourself at this point. So Mercury will be retrograde again from November 17th of this year, and that's in the sign of Sagittarius, and that goes up until December 7th, when it restarts its regular precession in Scorpio. So retrograde in Sagittarius, you got to think like both of these retrogrades are in fire signs, right? Sagittarius may cause the know-it-all kind of thing, and foot and mouth disease, like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. So really slow down with this stuff. During the retrograde in Sagittarius, address things that you might want to address particular things at this time, and that just might make things worse for the conversation. So maybe wait on bringing up issues. See if they solve themselves, you know, because it could just be a perception thing, it could be a communication thing, or things that just might work themselves out. Have patience during retrogrades. Um, yeah, addressing things at this particular time may just make them worse. Try to communicate with people calmly as you can. You know, like Sagittarius with the bow and arrow, right? Just get straight to the point. Don't add too many adjectives. Don't flesh it out. Don't be too la-di-da about it, but don't be too forceful about it either, because you don't want to come off as pushy, right? One of the things about retrogrades is it suggests that you don't travel very far from home, because travel and commerce can be affected. Oh, look, my flight's late. Oh, I missed my flight. Oh, I gotta pay another. I gotta buy another plane ticket. Oh, you know, the bus schedule's messed up. Some email didn't make it. A reservation somewhere didn't make it. Those things can happen with retrogrades. So in terms of Mercury retrogrades, they don't affect everybody in the same manner, and that's because of astrology in general. So if you want to kind of go even deeper into this stuff, look at where Mercury is in your personal birth chart, and then so if it's in a particular house that deals with particular issues, you might want to take that idea and go inward more with issues around the house topics that come up. And remember that they are also going to be influenced by Leo and Sagittarius. So also look at what influences you have in Leo and Sagittarius in your chart, because they kind of all intermesh and interplay. So get an idea of how these retrogrades are going to affect you during July to August, and also November into December. So, yep, this is my second video on retrogrades, and when retrogrades happen, I'm going to make more videos on this, seeing as I already covered Mars and Mercury. The next one that happens, I'm going to cover it, and I might even do some things on like particular moons and eclipses as I keep making videos here. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. You can shoot me an email at priestofthenecro@gmail.com. You can check out any of my other videos and playlists for how to work with general magic, how to work with the Necronomicon, some of my random funny stuff, and my newest playlist on the theories that govern magical practice. You can also check out my book, Magical Theater, which is on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com, which talks about the psychology of magic and how psychology and energy work interplay in magical rituals in order to create changes both on the inside and on the outside. So you can check Magical Theater out, Magic with a K, Magical with a K, a CK. And so yeah, let me know what you guys think, and good hunting, and good luck.